Welcome back. You've learned how prompt engineering can transform a data scientist's workflow, from problem framing and feature design to visualization and storytelling. But let's pause and ask something deeper. Once the routine is automated, what comes next? Because efficiency, as powerful as it is, isn't mastery. Efficiency gets you moving. Mastery gets you leading. In this final part, we'll explore how to build systems, habits, and cultures that don't just use AI, but think with it. This is where prompt engineering stops being a tool and becomes a mindset. Let's begin with something tangible. The 5 prompts that top-performing data scientists use to reclaim over 10 hours every week. Prompt 1, the EDA accelerator. Instead of spending hours writing exploratory analysis code, you describe your dataset. And AI builds the visualizations, summary stats, and correlations. One of my colleagues analyzed a 50,000-row dataset in just 20 minutes using this method and spotted a data outlier that manual review had missed. That's not just speed, that's clarity powered by precision. Prompt 2, code documentation. We've all postponed documentation, but imagine asking, document this Python module with parameters, edge cases, and examples. AI returns a clean, professional doc string instantly. Documentation stops being a chore and becomes a form of knowledge transfer. Prompt 3, the bug detective. Feed your code into AI and say, find logical errors, inefficiencies, and violations of best practices. It's like having a senior code reviewer sitting beside you, one that never gets tired, distracted, or defensive. In one team I advised, this reduced sprint-level bugs by 60%. Prompt 4, the feature engineer. You describe your problem, and AI proposes creative, testable features with logic and Python snippets. It doesn't replace your expertise. It multiplies it. You become the architect, not just the builder. Prompt 5, the executive translator. This one turns complexity into clarity. You give AI your model metrics, AUC, precision, recall, and it transforms them into language your CEO understands. Customers who contact support twice are 40% more likely to churn. Proactive outreach could reduce losses by 15%. Now, you're not just reporting, you're influencing. Each of these prompts doesn't just save hours, they save focus, energy, and joy. And that's the real ROI of automation. Now, let's talk about what separates good prompting from great prompting. Most data scientists make 4 predictable mistakes. Mistake 1, mixed goals. They ask AI to do too much at once. Summarize data, build visuals, and write recommendations. AI gets confused because it's trying to serve 5 masters. Rule 1, one prompt, one goal. That's clarity. Mistake 2, vague outputs. Analyze this dataset is not a prompt. It's a wish. Instead, specify. Create a markdown report with tables and 3 charts. Clarity in, clarity out. Mistake 3, missing context. AI doesn't know your domain unless you teach it. The dataset has 100,000 telecom users. Features include plan type, usage, and churn label. Context is data's DNA. Without it, the AI guesses. Mistake 4, no iteration. The first output is rarely the best. Great prompts are sculpted, not written. You iterate, refine, question. That's how average prompts become intelligent assistants. Remember the 3 C's of master prompts: clarity, context, constraints. That's the difference between hoping for output and engineering it. Now, let's face an uncomfortable truth. AI can be confident and completely wrong. I've seen models generate fake journal references, misapply t-tests, and even invent entire columns that didn't exist. AI doesn't lie. It hallucinates patterns that sound right. So, how do you protect yourself and your credibility? Verify statistical claims. If AI gives a formula, cross-check it with known sources. Test generated code. Trust, but verify, every time. Request citations and validation. If it can't cite, it might be speculating. Use constraints. Be explicit. Use only Python 3.10 syntax and scikit-learn 1.3. Here's the mindset shift. AI is your co-pilot, not your conscience. You bring integrity. It brings speed. Together you deliver truth at scale. Now let's talk about responsibility, the cornerstone of mastery. Data privacy isn't a checkbox, it's a covenant. Every time you share a dataset with an AI tool, ask yourself, would I be okay if this data left my company's network? If the answer is no, stop there. Use synthetic, masked, or aggregated data. Choose enterprise AI platforms that guarantee data residency and confidentiality. And most importantly, audit your prompts. Prompt logs are part of your compliance trail. I once heard of a financial team that fed real client data into a public AI model, just for internal analysis. 6 months later, fragments of that data appeared in a training leak. It wasn't malicious, just careless. Privacy isn't paranoia, it's protection. Because in our field, trust is the real currency. Lose it once, and no model can buy it back. Let's zoom out. What's the real business impact of all this? Let's say you save 10 hours a week. That's 40 hours a month. Across a 10-person analytics team, that's 480 hours a month. 6 work weeks of pure productivity. That time doesn't vanish. It reinvests into experimentation, innovation, and cross-functional impact. One global retail analytics team I mentored increased throughput by 38% and reduced backlog by half, purely by embedding prompt templates into their workflows. So when leaders ask, what's the ROI of AI adoption? The answer isn't in cost saved, it's in potential unlocked. Efficiency is the gateway. Mastery is the destination. Now imagine scaling mastery across your organization. A prompt library is more than a shared folder. It's your team's collective intelligence. Organize it like a knowledge graph. EDA prompts, debugging prompts, visualization prompts, communication prompts. Tag them by complexity, domain, and estimated time saved. Encourage peer reviews. Retire what's outdated. Evolve what works. One of my clients built an internal prompt portal, an AI-powered search system where analysts could query best-fit prompts. 6 weeks later, productivity jumped 40%. New hires onboarded twice as fast. Your prompt library becomes your team's shared brain. That's how you turn AI from a tool into a culture. Prompts evolve, and evolution needs tracking. Think of prompts like code experiments. Each new version is a data point in your own research. Version 1, analyze this dataset. Vague. Version 2, analyze 50,000 customer churn rows. Better version 3, generate 5 churn hypotheses ranked by business impact. Reproducible insight. Store each iteration in Git or Notion. Add notes on what changed and why. This isn't bureaucracy, it's scientific memory. Version control turns prompting into a discipline. It ensures every improvement compounds, not disappears. That's not just reproducibility, that's repeatable mastery. Here's the data that proves it. Teams that integrate AI into their daily data science workflows report 68% less time on routine tasks, 67% fewer bugs per sprint, and 150% faster iteration cycles. Those numbers don't just mean speed, they mean freedom. Freedom to experiment, freedom to focus on real problems, not busy work, freedom to think like scientists again. Before AI, 6-week analytic cycles. After AI, insights in 10 days. AI isn't replacing analysts, it's restoring their purpose. Here's the simplest, most powerful way to sustain mastery: a 7-minute daily habit. 2 minutes in the morning. Summarize yesterday's work and propose 3 priorities for today. You begin focused. 2 minutes midday. Review this code for performance and style. You correct course before errors stack up. 3 minutes in the evening. Summarize insights and suggest tomorrow's focus areas. You end with reflection. 7 minutes a day sounds small, but it compounds into hundreds of saved hours a year. It transforms chaos into cadence, routine into rhythm. AI doesn't make you work harder. It helps you think sharper. So, where do you go from here? You start as a learner, you explore prompts, make mistakes, and build curiosity. Then you grow into a practitioner. You integrate prompts into daily routines, automate the repetitive, and standardize excellence. Next, you become an innovator. You chain prompts, build AI tools, and scale insight across teams. And finally, you rise as a leader. You teach others. You shape governance. You become the voice of responsible, effective AI in your organization. That's the journey, from learning to mastery. Tomorrow's most successful data scientists won't be the ones who code the fastest. They'll be the ones who think collaboratively with machines, who blend logic with empathy, and who turn automation into inspiration. You've learned the tools, you've built the habits. Now it's your turn to lead the transformation. One prompt, one insight, one masterpiece at a time. Think with AI. Build what others can't.